The alert from my bank came at 2:13 p.m. on a Tuesday. Large transaction detected on linked property 3847 Ocean Vista Drive. $900,000 disbursement processed. I stared at my phone. I didn't have any transactions pending on the beach house. I'd owned it for 3 years. Paid cash, no mortgage, completely clear title. I called the bank immediately. This is Maya Patel. I just received an alert about a $900,000 transaction on my property at 3847 Ocean Vista Drive. I didn't authorize any transaction. The customer service rep typed for a moment. I'm showing a mortgage closing that completed this morning. The funds were disbursed to, let me see, Jennifer Patel listed as co-owner. Jennifer is my sister. She's not a co-owner. Pause. Ma'am, our records show joint ownership. The deed shows both names, Maya Patel and Jennifer Patel, joint tenants with right of survivorship. That's not possible. I'm the sole owner. I have the original deed. Let me transfer you to our mortgage fraud department. 10 minutes later, I was on the phone with a fraud investigator named Robert Chin. Miss Patel, I'm looking at the mortgage file now. We have a deed dated 2 years ago showing you and Jennifer Patel as joint owners. We have both signatures notarized. We verified the deed with the county recorder's office. It's on file. It's forged, I said. I never signed any deed transferring ownership to my sister. I never added her as a co-owner. The notary seal is legitimate. The recording stamp from the county is legitimate. Are you certain you didn't sign this? Completely certain. I bought that property myself with inheritance money from my grandmother. My sister has never had any ownership interest. Robert's tone changed. Miss Patel, if this deed is fraudulent, we have a significant problem. The bank just disbursed $900,000 based on that ownership documentation. I know. And I need that transaction reversed immediately. I'm escalating this to our legal department. Don't hang up. I sat in my office. I was supposed to be reviewing architectural plans for a client, but my hands were shaking too much to focus. Waiting while Robert conferenced in the bank's attorney. A woman's voice joined. Miss Patel, this is Catherine Walsh, Senior Counsel for Pacific Coast Bank. We're reviewing your fraud claim. Can you provide proof of sole ownership? Yes. I have the original deed from my purchase 3 years ago. I have the title insurance policy. I have the coastal development permits in my name only. I can send everything within the hour. Please do. Email them to Robert immediately. We're freezing the disbursed funds pending investigation. After I hung up, I pulled every document related to the beach house. The purchase deed showing Maya Patel as sole owner. The title insurance policy. The coastal zone permits I'd obtained to renovate the deck. All requiring proof of ownership, all in my name only. I scanned everything and emailed it to Robert. Then I called my sister. She answered on the 4th ring, sounding cheerful. Maya. Perfect timing. I was just about to call you. Did you take out a mortgage on my beach house? Silence. Jennifer. Did you forge my signature and take out a mortgage on my property? It's not forgery, she said. We're co-owners. I used the equity for my business. You never used that place anyway. We are not co-owners. I'm the sole owner. I have the original deed. Whatever you filed is fraudulent. Dad helped me with the paperwork. He said it was fine. You've always been selfish about that house and I needed capital for my restaurant. The mortgage company approved everything. Because you committed fraud. Jennifer, the bank is investigating. They've frozen the funds. You're going to face criminal charges. You're overreacting. This is a family matter. This is bank fraud. Federal crime. Jennifer, what did you do? She hung up. I called my father immediately. He answered with his usual brusque tone. Maya, if this is about the mortgage, Jennifer already explained. Dad, did you help her forge documents? I didn't forge anything. I helped her file the proper paperwork to reflect the actual ownership situation. Your grandmother intended for both of you to share that property. Grandma left it to me. Only me. In her will. There's no shared ownership. Grandma would have wanted you to help your sister. Jennifer's restaurant is struggling. She needed the capital. You have plenty of money from your architecture firm. Sharing the beach house equity is the right thing to do. It's not about right or wrong. It's about legal ownership. I own the property. Jennifer doesn't. Whatever documents you filed are fraudulent. They're not fraudulent. I had a notary. You had a notary witness a forged signature. That makes the notary complicit in fraud too. Dad, do you understand what you've done? He went silent. The bank is investigating. They've frozen the $900,000. This is going to end with criminal charges. You need to tell me exactly what you did. We filed an amended deed, showing joint ownership. I thought it was legal. Who signed my name? Pause. Jennifer practiced your signature. The notary didn't check closely. We recorded it with the county clerk 2 years ago. My stomach dropped. 2 years ago? Jennifer's been planning this for 2 years. She's been struggling financially. We wanted to make sure the paperwork was solid before she applied for the mortgage. I hung up and called Robertson back. I just spoke to my sister and father. They admitted to forging the deed 2 years ago. My father helped. They had it notarized and recorded with the county. 2 years ago? Robert sounded stunned. Miss Patel, if they filed a fraudulent deed 2 years ago, this is premeditated fraud. This isn't a mistake or misunderstanding. This is a criminal conspiracy. I know. I'm bringing in our forensic document team. We need to examine every signature on every document in this mortgage file. And Miss Patel, I need to ask, are there any other properties your family might have targeted? I hadn't thought of that. I own a condo downtown. But that's been in my name for 8 years. They couldn't. Check anyway. Pull your credit report. Review all your property records. If they did this once, they might have done it elsewhere. I spent the next hour pulling records. The condo was clean. Sole ownership, no liens, no fraudulent documents. But my credit report showed a hard inquiry from Pacific Coast Bank 2 months ago that I didn't recognize. I called Robert back. There's a credit inquiry I didn't authorize. From your bank. 2 months ago. That was probably for the beach house mortgage. They would have pulled your credit as part of the application process. But I didn't apply for a mortgage. Jennifer did. Using your name and your property. The application would have required your credit score. So she committed identity theft too. Yes. Miss Patel, this is escalating quickly. I'm recommending we bring in law enforcement. Are you prepared to press charges against your sister and father? I thought about Jennifer. Growing up, we'd been close. She'd helped me study for architecture exams. I'd loaned her money for culinary school. But that was before she'd started asking for larger and larger amounts. Before I'd started saying no. Yes, I said. Press charges. I'll contact the FBI. This crosses state lines. The notary was in Nevada, the property is in California, the bank is headquartered in Oregon. That makes it federal jurisdiction. The next morning, 2 FBI agents came to my office. Special Agents Morrison and Park. They took my statement, reviewed the documents, and asked questions about my family's financial situation. Your sister's restaurant is $400,000 in debt, Agent Morrison said. She's facing bankruptcy. The $900,000 mortgage was her last attempt to save it. By stealing from me. Yes. And your father co-signed the mortgage application. He claimed to be a co-owner as well. He what? Agent Park pulled out documents. The mortgage application lists 3 co-owners. Jennifer Patel, Maya Patel, and Ravi Patel, your father. All 3 signatures are on the loan documents. My father doesn't own any part of that property. This just keeps getting worse. It does, Agent Morrison agreed. Because we pulled the county records going back 5 years. We found 11 deeds recorded in the past 3 years showing various combinations of Patel family members as owners of your beach house. All with different signatures. All notarized by different notaries across 3 states. I stared at them. 11. Your sister has been systematically filing fraudulent deeds every few months, probably testing which versions would be accepted for mortgage applications. The one from 2 years ago was the most recent before the successful mortgage application. Why didn't the county recorder catch this? They record documents. They don't verify signatures or investigate ownership disputes unless someone files a complaint. Your sister was counting on you never checking the public records. Agent Park leaned forward. Ms. Patel, this is a sophisticated fraud scheme. Your sister didn't act alone. We believe your father provided financial planning advice. We've also identified the notaries who sealed these documents. At least 2 of them are under investigation for notary fraud in other cases. What happens now? We're executing search warrants today on your sister's restaurant, your father's home office, and the offices of the notaries involved. We're seizing financial records, computers, and any evidence of the fraud conspiracy. Your sister and father will be arrested within 48 hours. I went home that night and sat in my apartment looking at photos of Jennifer and me as kids, building sandcastles at the beach. The same beach where I now owned a house she tried to steal. My phone rang. My mother. Maya, the FBI came to the house. They took your father's computer. They're talking about arresting him. What did you do? I reported fraud. Dad and Jennifer forged documents to steal my property. They were trying to help Jennifer. You could have just given her the money. Mom, they forged 11 deeds over 3 years. This wasn't desperation. This was a planned crime. She's your sister. Who committed bank fraud and identity theft? Mom, this isn't a family disagreement. This is federal crime. She hung up on me. 6 weeks later, Jennifer pleaded guilty to bank fraud, identity theft, and conspiracy. 18 months in federal prison, 3 years supervised release, and $900,000 in restitution. My father pleaded guilty to conspiracy and fraud. 12 months in prison, 2 years supervised release, and joint liability for the restitution. The notaries who'd sealed the forged documents lost their licenses and faced their own criminal charges. Pacific Coast Bank recovered the $900,000 before Jennifer could spend it. The FBI froze her accounts within hours of my initial fraud report. The bank's insurance covered their losses, but they overhauled their mortgage verification processes. My beach house remains in my sole ownership. I had the county recorder purge all 11 fraudulent deeds from the public record. I paid for title insurance upgrade that protects against forgery. My mother sent one email. I hope you're satisfied. You've destroyed this family. I didn't respond. But I thought about it. I didn't destroy the family. Jennifer destroyed it when she decided my property was hers to steal. My father destroyed it when he helped her forge documents. They chose crime over integrity. I just chose to protect what was legally mine. My sister is in federal prison. My father serves weekends in county jail. My mother won't speak to me. And I still own my beach house. The one I bought with my inheritance. The one my grandmother left specifically to me. The one Jennifer spent 3 years planning to steal. Last weekend I drove out there. Sat on the deck watching waves. Thought about how family was supposed to mean safety and support. Instead, it meant forged signatures in federal prison. I don't visit my sister. Don't write to my father. Don't answer my mother's calls. I just go to work, design buildings, and occasionally spend weekends at the beach house that's mine. Legally, completely, and forever. Because some things aren't negotiable. Like property rights. Like legal ownership. Like the difference between family and fraud. My sister learned that in federal court. I learned it the moment I got that bank alert. And now we both live with the consequences.